The images are remarkable. Throngs of Center-US migrants cross Mexico for sacred 1 week as they do their way polar to the U.S. boundary. He's been yearly heritage, and receive transparency has ever been a purpose for the ANSOM as called caravans how regularly do their way via Mexico. Trump cards tweets location the convoy at the center of the U.S. migration discussion, offering how the newest wave propagation of human beings are upcoming to the joint state since of lax laws how dong ti do quite to fracture downward on illicit migration. But migrant in the convoy include told their reasons for header polar include more than to do in facility in their household countries rather than in any U.S. migration policies. There's a C at the convoy and the issues at act, fleeing off of criminality managed by an organization named as Pueblos Sin Fronteras, or human beings out of national borders. The yearly travel is done up of migrants who say they schedule to search refuge in the joint state. Which happens if they do it to the U.S. The is a overall experience for Center Americans upcoming to the joint state, who frequently this themselves at ports of accession and later are undertaken in guardianship. Mexico's Overseas Secretary fires behind Lissa and friends accountable on the convoy Saturday night outlined the team as a little troop of migrants marcher in the direction the joint state. The web as well displayed an interviewing in domestic boundary patrolling Justice CEO Brandon Judd, who charged Mexico officials of help the migrants get to the U.S. boundary and named for activists help the migrants to person proceedings in the joint state. Trump cards tweets came after Saturday night. Mexico's Overseas Secretary quickly fired behind in tweets in British and Spanish. Each day Mexico and the U.S. job along on migrating through the area, Overseas Secretary Luis Videgata Picasso wrote. Facts obviously represent the. An inexact news story paper should not be to issue the powerful collaboration. Mexico's relation to Center-US migrant is complex. Historic, on the frequently hazardous travel via Mexico, migrants of Center America include fall extraction to cartel abuse and florid severe critique of original inhabitants. Mexico expelled more than rather than 76,000 Center Americans recent year, onto by the government statistic. The most, more than rather than 35,000, were refundable to Guatemala.